Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Powder speaking, and welcome back to another episode. No, I don't have it. Our eyes closed by accident. Of I have achieved light camera mode. So, for those of you who missed the 5 years later videos, or the one video I've got out at this point, turns out that for some reason the webcam that I have does not want to capture any light in this room. So I'm basking in the natural glow of 720p Jacob. So that's what we're doing right now. Hopefully we'll have a bit more success with the other guests. Oh wait, none of them have cameras. Never mind. First up on the cameraless crew is KW.
Hello, KW here. What's up, people? Woo!
And second up, we have the creator of the video, Body the Bunny.
Oh.
Or maybe we don't. I don't actually know.
Where is there? But what? I
think there's
cannot
no-
see the picture.
Yeah, there's no logo. That's weird. That's
Wait,
a shame.
there's a logo on YouTube.
Oh, okay. No, they're gone. They might be back in a second. I was gonna hope that they would be here because otherwise that ruins the punchline I had prepared for something. So yeah, while that happens, while Bond reconnects, I will go over to see if anyone was in the chats. We've got Shadi. So
Whoa.
hello, Shadi. And of course we have Josh, definitely. Josh as well, and yo to Emily. Howdy ho, farewell, my woe. I think she would be and the other Gacha was in his 100 sub special video. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, I was muted. Okay, Ghosty, I was muted accidentally. I don't even know how.
Oh, right, you're going down here. Yeah, because I've scrolling down to the most recent part of the chat. Okay, who else have we got? We've also got Johnny here.
Woo, Johnny, let's go.
I think that's everyone. So hello to people. Thank you for promptly being here. I'm really hoping that Bond. There we go. Okay, good.
Oh, there's the logo.
Yep, there's a logo. Okay, we're good so far.
Woo!
Oh god, guys! I'm back! Guys, I'm here!
Okay.
Guys! I'm sure you'd understand this, Jacob, but my internet decided that this was the time to die, so I had to quickly...
Oh, I understand completely.
I had to quickly change that. Literally, as soon as I entered, you're like, about to introduce us, I'm like, and it's just like, sorry, you're having server issues. And I'm like, no, now, for real?
Anyway, okay.
I'm back now.
Okay.
I'm back now. I'm sorry. Did I miss anything important?
No, because I've been waiting for you to say something. Because in the private chat, you mentioned that you were wondering if a third guest would appear, considering that we can now have a third guest as the creator of the video is one of the people, and you're pleased to know that that a third guest is in fact here. Beep, 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 it's Phoebe. Hopefully. Oh no, she's got no logo either. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait, mine is now also saying I'm having connection issues. Can you hear me fine? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because everything else is working fine, but it did just give me that error at the very top there.
Okay, good. Oh, maybe it's a stream thing, but I don't think.
I don't know. Usually, I don't join and Jacob's internet crashes, but I don't know.
Well, I don't think KW had any issues either. I think it was just a coincidence, to be honest.
It's gonna be so weird whenever Jacob. It's gonna be so weird whenever Jacob doesn't have this like brace anymore. All right, it's been there for so long now that whenever he no longer has that, I'm gonna be real confused.
Okay.
It's gonna be like you're naked, and I assure you, I don't want to see you naked.
I have
Right.
a different. Yeah, I have another video that I've been working on for some time that I started before I got the brace. So who knows? Maybe it will seem weird at the time. Welcome to my world. Hello, Odd.
No, your
Welcome
world's
to our
gone.
world.
Hey, Wipeout. Hi, Johnny.
He's recovered. He's rebuilding.
He
his
got
world.
rebooted.
Yes, indeed it did. But you know what? What didn't get rebooted? Secrets of the Plex. Here we are.
Yes,
It kind of did though.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hey, new season.
Whatever you're referring to.
New season.
This was a
right?
Minecraft series first, and then it got rebooted.
What?
What?
Yeah, KW talks about it all the time.
No, KW talks about a roleplay series, not a Minecraft series.
BB, are you hearing bongos?
Not
again.
I shut up.
Yeah,
No, she's hearing Minecraft jukeboxes instead.
I'm gonna start using your head as the drums to play with the monkeys and the bongos in the jungle outside of my home that I can't see for some reason.
Very well.
Can confirm I am in fact scared.
Okay, well, prepare to. I was going to prepare to be even more scared, but you know everything that's going to happen in this video. So everyone else prepare to be more scared. We're going to start.
I'll pretend to act surprised. All right.
Okay. Without further ado, on with the review.
Woo.
I don't have my wand to conduct with me.
I fixed it.
You certainly did.
Was intention.
That's Ghosty's thumbnail. Thank you, Ghosty.
Let's go, Ghosty. Let's go.
Yeah, FNAF 6 theme.
Wow. It's got some long legs right now. They seem to like shuffle up and down on his coccyx. I feel like any moment he's going to crash walking with his phone like that.
Hey Mia, we're all heading to the West Arcade. You want in?
Oh, hey, this sounds familiar. I know that voice.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I feel like I've heard it before.
I know that one. Hey.
I swear I heard this voice
Where have
before.
I heard this guy before?
I don't know. Is he a? I don't know. Like
Can't put my finger on it.
Maybe he's a YouTuber. Maybe I don't know. Like
No, you
Fallen
can't.
Angels. I think I've heard of
You
Fallen
can't be
Angels.
a YouTuber.
Oh, you've definitely heard this guy from Fallen Angels.
Is he that Aiden guy? I'm pretty sure he's that Aiden guy.
Oh, that is Aiden. You're so
Oh
right.
yes,
That is
Aiden. Yes. How could I
Man.
forget that's Aiden? Of course.
Aiden would probably
sounds
make
so
more
different.
sense for this series, honestly. He probably knows more about it than I do. I can tell everybody struggled with the animation in a light motion, I'm guessing what that was meant to say. I'm guessing that's referring to the legs movement, because most of the time the animation does not do not struggle with that.
I like how the character design for this dude just always has like a tourniquet on his arm. It's just a really fancy current tourniquet.
He's got it on both arms, actually.
Oh,
Mira?
Yeah, there you go.
maybe the mimic came for him.
Oh no, the main character is dead.
No, it's
What else is new? What else
Hey,
is new?
I didn't write this series.
What else is new?
Just 5 more minutes.
I feel like I've
5
heard
more
that
minutes
voice
while
before, too.
like blood is trickling out.
It happens.
You know, just like you sustain blunt force trauma, and then you know you want to hit that snooze button. I get it.
It's like
Come
that
on.
scene in like, what was it? Saving Private? No, it's the one with Doss. I don't know. You've probably seen it. Where like Desmond Doss gets like beat up in his bed for making like the other people in the army like do chores or whatever that they didn't want to do, and then he's like a team player, and so the colonel comes in and he's like, yeah, hey, you should probably leave, and then he's like, no, and then he's like, all right, fine, who beat you up? And he said, no one beat me up. And he goes, what, you sleep pretty hard? He goes, yeah, I'm a pretty hard sleeper. He says, like bloody and like bruised.
Of course. I
No,
sleepwalk sometimes into holes.
Sleep fight.
Of course. A murder, or was she just sleeping? Dora, you just confessed to a murder. Anyway, and that's it for my role sequence to Plex, guys. Mira is gone. My last line.
You can imagine Emily's delight to see this, finally be able to see the script after like having a previous episode only have her lines and no other people's scripts. So when she gets the script, like, oh yes, finally I can understand the context. Oh, I only have 2 lines. Never mind. You can imagine.
Hacksaw Ridge. Also, I think Doss was Jewish, not Christian.
Well, someone got it wrong. Probably the person who played it in wherever Emily watched it. Yeah. Chad, is that real? I doubt it.
Wake up. We're gonna go find some help, okay?
I need help.
Maybe not, but we'll find someone who can do a checkup just to be safe.
Yeah, Taylor has in this series so far has constantly been told by everyone that they don't need help. In the last episode, we had Niall going like, "Oh, why is he always like he's asking me? I'm fine." Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, he's going through an existential crisis. And here's Mira, you know, hemorrhaging internally, probably, just being like, well, I don't need any help. I'm fine. You know.
Can you stand? Whoa. Okay. No, you apparently cannot.
By the way, I think you can tell the difference with my Taylor performance this time, that I know what I'm doing. So thank you once again for changing the way that you present these scripts to us.
It was a new concept to me, alright? Yeah. I didn't know what
a new concept.
I understand. I'm just saying I'm glad that the improvement.
It was. I'd never done a voice acted series before, BB.
I just like the new concept idea, though. The idea that you've never heard of giving your actors the full script.
I haven't. This is my first stab at it.
Yeah, it looks like it's not Mira's first stab, but oh well.
Oh my god. KW brought this up when we were reacting to it, because Mira's like a robot, right? You think she weighs like so much more than Taylor seems to be letting on? Like either Taylor's like jacked or there's some animation inconsistency.
I think he's so used to handling and lifting heavy machinery that it no longer phases him, except for like in the moments.
That's probably it. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
It wasn't relevant.
Oh, Niall started calling her. Ooh.
That is still not a verb. That is still not a verb, KW. You said this last
time.
Shut up! Wait, Niall is turning color. Yes, that is what people say.
What did he start off? he got upgraded. He's gone from black and white into Technicolor. FNAF Technicolor. That's the new game coming out soon.
I don't know what the term is for him. Okay, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Wait, for what? What are you talking about?
So in the previous scene, I had a very subtle movement from Niall where he kind of like touches the necklace, kind of holds it, and then his very, very slightly his skin starts to go, as KW would put it, more color.
Mm-hmm.
It's very subtle.
You mean colorized?
Sure.
Pretty much.
It's less pale.
Remind them that people are waiting here?
Would you relax? The arcade isn't going anywhere.
I get that.
Which is a surprise, quite honestly. I think they would try and do something with the building.
But we shouldn't have to wait 20 minutes for Taylor to walk in, call Mira, and walk out.
We should consider there's an arcade right behind them. There's literally a bunch of arcade cabinets right behind Skyliet.
And I'm sure they're talking.
It's got to be the West Arcade.
Speak to each other. I hope you'll survive.
Will you just shut up already?
Oh,
Did he
God,
just
escalation?
I'm sorry, was that a tiger growl or something?
Okay, Kawaii-chan got away with being a feline voice actor, okay? Why can't this one?
Hey.
Because as far as I know, Niall wasn't a leaflet in
so
life.
long as you gave the tiger credit. Did you give the tiger credit?
Voice actor, Tiger as Niall.
Bob the Tiger.
Stock tiger growl.
Just give it a random name.
I mean, his eyes are glowing and it's red. I mean, something is definitely not right here.
Yeah, that's what the FNAF fandom said when they saw the FNAF movie trailer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They haven't been red since then. They've just been yellow and a.
Guys, no, guys.
I'm sure the FNAF fans looked at the trailer, scanned every single frame of it, and then made an entire list of their own personal grievances.
You'd be actually, no, you wouldn't be surprised. That's exactly what happened. You described exactly what happened when the trailers came out.
Of course.
No, guys, it's been confirmed. Niall's in the FNAF movie. We just don't see him because he's hiding in the shadows.
It's actually his eyes that we see. Just
reflecting.
That's enough.
Did anyone else hear that distant growling coming from the FNAF trailer?
Hey, who brought their pet tiger in here?
Their tiger
Shut up! That's enough, you two.
Oh my god,
wow.
who's that guy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, my goodness, who is that guy? Yeah.
That is the original voice actor.
That guy sounded really different from the last episode.
Quite honestly, it sounds a lot that's very different from the original recording.
That's
I would agree.
I put stuff over it.
Yeah, I know.
Done here.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because Sunny had a bunch of effects, clearly having just been repaired as well by Taylor.
At the arcade, are you still coming with us?
Shouldn't have brought
I don't feel like going anymore.
Screw it. Unlike
Should have just stayed at this arcade. Should have decided.
Yeah, I know, right?
One. Yeah.
to talk to
Maybe Niall's just going to walk over to play the other arcade games.
If only Niall had waited an extra 5
Yeah, I know, right? Bad timing.
Taylor! What happened?
Gotta love the fact that is just the prime method of transportation. I mean, instead of like running over, just channel your own energy. It's just much
cutting
easier.
corners.
Hey man, if you're a ghost, why would you
Why
be
bother?
walking around too? I mean,
Why bother?
I don't know.
if you had
They
the
always wanna
ability
cut
to
corners and make
teleport
things much
anywhere.
easier.
I don't know. The angels and fallen angels still walk places.
Well, yeah, but if you had the
not an
ability
angel.
to be fair, I mean that's their own fault. They have perfectly they can be significantly quicker than any bird. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, but then you have a Twilight situation where the vampires just start like teleporting everywhere.
Oh god.
It's easier.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
in the special effects department.
just that's fair.
No, I found her like this. I tried to get her to walk, but she's just so weak.
You have to get her to a hospital.
But if they take an X-ray, they'll see she's animatronic.
I don't think so.
I don't know about that.
Yep, no, well, they don't know
okay,
that.
if they take an X-ray, they'll probably see that she doesn't have all of her bones, and then
Well,
they'll
no,
ask you
'cause-
more questions. Yeah.
You
Well,
can imagine.
I forget. I think they changed because you guys changed the way this works for this series. But again, the Charlie example from the books, the part of the reason why she's able to have such humanoid features is because of the illusion discs. If they'll see bones, there just won't be any there. The giveaway will be if they try to put her in like a CRT machine or whatever, and she magnetizes.
No.
If she gets like a CAT scan or something, she'll just like.
I understand
That's how they'll
but-
figure out.
But Taylor and Skrilliet don't know that because like they aren't aware how Mira like lived through life, whether she just never went to a doctor or had some way of slipping under the radar, and they're not sure whether they want to take that risk or not. Also,
fair.
you can imagine like if she
It's
goes
less
into
likely
an
to get
X-ray and they're like, remove all metal, please, and she's like, oh yeah, like
Yeah. See that? Yeah. Mira can never go through TSA again either.
You never get on airplanes.
It'll be like that.
Hey, Bon, that'd be really funny, like meme video, just like, okay, please, man, remove all metal. All right.
It'll be like that scene in like the X-Men anime where Wolverine's trying to go past and he gets scanned, and then they're like, "Sir, you need to take off your metal," and he's like, "I don't have any metal," and they're like, "Sir," and so then he pulls out his claws and he's like, I can't take it out, sir.
I've seen that.
I haven't seen it, but I can imagine.
What's so funny? The whole conversation that Taylor and Scar are having about Mira, because they don't know if they should take her to the hospital or not because she knows she's a human animatronic.
But yes, that's right. Sorry.
No, Josh. Okay. Josh was like, "What's so funny? Why were we laughing?"
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, because we're talking about that."
Well, we're talking about Mira and Wolverine going through the TSA as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that should be a gag in the FNAF school series where the animatronic kid has to try and go through,
Why?
Because why not?
That's one of those things that I wish we kind of would get in like FNAF at this point. It's one of those things that I really like Mandela Catalog doing, where you get to dive into the way the world has just approached how this is just the normalcy, right? So like in Mandela Catalog, it's like, hey, we have this weird supernatural angel thing coming through screens and they exist on different spectrums. So now TVs are just outlawed.
Yeah.
It would have been really interesting to see how people address the fact that anyone they know could very well just not be real.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly X-ray glasses become mainstream, sold, and mass produced.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you never need to go.
No signal. He's gone blind.
Camera died, guys.
Never got sick or injured.
I think we should take the risk, Taylor. If it means there's a chance of making.
Hang on, both of you. There's a better alternative. All pizza Plex machines are programmed with first aid training.
You're a lot more monotone than I would
He's a
expect
robot!
from Monty.
He's a robot, and also we should go back a few frames.
No,
I know that you saw something.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's way too many frames. Way too many frames.
No, it's fine. Okay.
I don't think you can do a frame by frame on here.
Yeah. Also, just realized speaking of before there, I saw like the no entry sign on one side was then like image flipped, so it just like reversed on the other side. And I can't figure if that's just supposed to be like it was in the corner or just Monty's backward vision just seems to also be corrupted.
Both of you. There's a better alternative. All pizza Plex machines are programmed with first aid training.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
I told
Now
you
I
I'd
know.
do it.
Now I know what you mean. Yeah, okay.
Am I supposed to be seeing something here?
The hand's the wrong way. The hand's twisted.
Oh, no, it totally is. Oh. Oh, I can't unsee that now. Oh, you're so right.
On purpose. I did that on purpose.
But yeah, no, what I was saying is you're a lot more monotone and calm than what I would expect out of Monty.
I mean, I debated about that because obviously, like, when I heard like all of his lines, he is very much out there. I did try to make that. However, most of his lines didn't involve him explaining how the animatronics are all like equipped with first aid and stuff like that. So I did dial it back, I think, for stuff like this, especially because the last thing that you need when someone's unconscious, someone going like, "Hey guys,"
I don't know that Monty would care, if I'm being honest.
Well, he cares enough to mention there's robots that are first aid trained, so he cares at least a little bit.
So it actually is like canon to this series that just like it is on purpose that he's not like all like out there and like saying, "Hey guys, like sponsor us" or something. I don't know. It's
or
just
T-posing.
It's just because he's not at all like he is in the games anymore. Just because he's not under any influence.
He was like that well before the mimic virus went into him. Like all that did was it made them more violent. Things like that like that rambunctiousness and rebellious nature, it was turned violent, but it was always there in some capacity. The violence is stuff that you would get in something like the Monty Within.
And I think even rambunctious rebels have enough empathy to care about when someone's, that injured.
That's fair, but whenever whenever the only lines you ever hear or read from this guy are just never calm, it's
imagine if in Across the Spider-Verse, like if Miles or Gwen got injured and Spider-Punk was just there still like protesting the system.
No.
Yeah,
I don't believe in death.
I don't believe in physical injuries.
However, mine appears to be broken, seeing as my scanners are detecting your blood.
Well, what good is that then, considering you destroyed the only other robot whose first aid scanner worked?
He wasn't the only other robot that still functions usefully yet.
I'm not able to help, but I know someone who does.
Damer's face right there.
Oh no.
Why do you look so flirty?
What?
I don't think it was meant to be flirty. I think it's more like, I understand. I like this plan.
That looks flirty to me.
I mean, I can see why.
The stars, you brought her to me.
Yay!
She wasn't going to be
Honestly, whenever I recorded the lines, and I said, "Oh, there's another robot whose scanner works," I was really hoping it was going to be Sunny again because I love this character.
Let's go.
The design is quite cute. I like it.
He is meant to be around 2-year-olds, so.
So what's wrong with her?
She appears to be completely
Oh, by the way, I love the shadow that looms over them, depending on where the lighting actually is coming from.
drained. She's not exactly sick or injured as much. She is exhausted.
Yeah, see, even Sunny's dialed back here, rather than jumping around the walls or anything, whilst also trying to heal someone.
Makes no sense. How can she be weak? She's a robot.
I'm afraid that's not quite correct. It's not her robot that's the issue here. It's her soul.
What do you mean?
It's the tie. The binding's loose.
The binding on the soul is loose, and therefore she starts spewing the physical blood and fainting.
Well, I mean, it could be the concept of, like, her believing she's injured is causing physical manifestations.
So the nocebo effect.
Essentially,
Her soul's having a hard time staying attached.
So what does that mean? She's dying?
I'll see what I can do for you. But for now, she needs time.
Kind of seems similar to what happened with Niall. They can't enter his robot anymore.
Wait, isn't this
All the
a good
souls have been
thing?
Coming detached.
Hold on. Wait,
that is exactly, BB. That is a good. That's exactly the question that was posed in the last episode by Mira when talking to Niall.
Yep.
The fact that he can't go into his.
How ironic.
Yeah, let's actually not heal Mira. I feel like this would actually do more good than bad for like the spirit's well-being.
I don't know, because it seems like for some reason, like the spirits that are free, they don't really go anywhere. They seem to still want to hang around this place without being able to even like physically touch anything for now.
Kind of right.
Please return at a later date. I'll need some time to figure this out in solitude.
NPC be like.
Okay, that might have been a bit of a dangerous maneuver by Doctor, but it's still Sunny. So
he can fly canonically in the games. That is true, but man, I did not expect to see that.
Oh, I thought that was a Hulk jump.
He was on a rope. This is the. Why does nobody see the rope?
Honestly, I thought that was a Hulk jump.
I thought that was like a ruin moment where they just revealed the dude can just fly around.
Now I can't get the image out of my head of Hulk actually trying to be a doctor. Like, I know that his alter ego is a doctor, but that's not the same thing.
I tried to make the rope more obvious this time, but he apparently was missed again.
I think I got it last time. Now. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go back and address it then. So, I mean, can't really see it in here yet. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, if you pause at the right second, you can see it lower for like a moment, and then immediately, boom, it's gone. So you have a single second to figure it out, and then
the rope's right there, but it's too quick.
And then, okay, yeah, like it lifts up a lot more slowly.
So what now? Do we still want to go to the arcade?
But yeah, for like the part where if you would normally focus on it, and when Restream is not cropping it out at the top, it was too fast.
Kate?
Forget it, Taylor.
I'm sorry he didn't mean that, Taylor. I will speak with him.
Okay.
Oh, poor Taylor. He needs a hug.
Taylor did not sign up for this to be a bad day.
I will give you a hug.
Like crush your bones. All he signed up for was like he woke up thinking, yeah, we're gonna have a great day. Everyone's going to the arcade. Now like Mira's dead, Skrillet and Niall are fighting, and
and also I destroyed one of the other robots because I was jealous for a split second. It's like, I can't cry. Too edgy to cry. Tia goes back in.
Absorb it right back into the island.
You're angry.
I'm not angry.
Sure.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Stop asking.
Hey, yeah, when Ed and I say this all the time. When someone says they're fine, they never mean it.
Sure. Concerned.
Concern became betrayal. Betrayal became anger.
Anger leads to the dark side,
dark
right,
side.
Jacob?
It sure does.
I didn't say it, but admittedly, I also had that thought.
Jacob said it.
I said it when I recorded the line, like right afterwards. I mean, it's not. I mean, Taylor's obviously the original Yoda, but you know,
I don't know. I feel like it's the other way around.
Well,
I mean, Monty is green.
You would think so. What I meant, BB, is that I used a Yoda voice for Taylor originally, before then actually getting the role and having to switch to just my regular voice.
You should have stuck with Yoda and waited to see if it would work or not.
I don't think I can sing Greatest Show in Yoda's voice.
I mean, you can try.
This is the moment you've waited for.
Yeah, actually, kind of. Not really.
What's it to you?
I want a full cover, Jacob Butter.
I mean, you do have to fix it up so you have the backward speech in there, but
that would be a terror to work with for like for the meter of a song.
But it would be so fun.
What you waited for? This is.
Just as Bonnie.
What?
I didn't hate Bonnie before. I, in fact, admired her.
Back to the olden days.
It's funny.
I love that it feels like we're back in the 80s immediately.
Monty's not even on the sign.
A rock star. Me and my ghetto guitar were no match for his expertise.
I could also climb on poles and not break them with my own robotic weight.
Also, the fact that his hair's longer than. Oh yeah, rock on!
That's right. Robotic hair used to be much more stylish back.
Where
in the 80s.
did everyone else go from the stage?
They walked off.
Yeah, they walked off while Monty was climbing the pole. There's more ropes. More ropes happened.
So many ropes. We're all
yeah, and I saw all of them.
Honestly, I'm just impressed that, you know, Afton was able to even like build something that could like properly play the guitar to this degree.
I don't think
Afton didn't build these things, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well,
unless it's different in this world.
Try and discern yourself with FNAF lore, Jacob Butter.
Whoever's responsible for it, you know what I meant.
Yes, I'm aware.
Let's go!
It bothers me so much that his fingers aren't on the frets. Oh, it bothers me so much.
Oh. Yeah, I can see why. I didn't mention it because that is a gacha limitation for now, at least. I don't know what Gacha Life 2 is going to be like. I'm more interested in the fact that we have the crowd clapping after like the start of the solo to see if it continues. And that was a half-a-minute guitar solo by Bonnie.
It just starts crying.
They're sobbing.
I'm sorry. Is he supposed to hear that over the shout of the roaring crowd at that distance? No way.
I assume they have speakers.
Okay, even speakers like... Okay, so like I've got a microphone right now. If I start speaking like this, it's going to take a long time. I won't be able to capture it properly. So it's like, if I'm like this, that's at a distance. It's not even that far away. It takes a bit more. You have to still project a bit into microphones to make them work. And speakers.
Well, you're not a guitar, though.
You know, I had not considered this. I'm in fact not a guitar. I guess my voice would carry more if I were a guitar. Thank you, BB.
This would be correct. Yeah, guitars are generally louder.
And that is the best example of Gacha logic. Thank you, Story 1x5 Studios. Also, welcome. I don't recognize your name, so I'm guessing you're new. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You taught me what I know about the bass.
Yeah, me and friends on board team.
Is this gonna get me copyrighted? Who cares?
It shouldn't.
Okay, maybe it's a little bit distracting having the sounds that is playing at the same time as a different track is like scoring over the top. Usually with montage, you would have like one or the other, because otherwise it just ends up being...
Yeah, I know, it sounds a little weird. But I would think that just like taking out the music would sound even more awkward.
Yeah, taking out the music would sound more awkward. Taking out the diegetic music would probably been the better move here. Like the Aiden montages in Fallen Angels. I'm going to cut your robotic hair with presumably, I don't know, diamond scissors. Oh yes. Wow, well I was kidding, but yeah, sure, we'll do that then.
Yeah, it's the Ruin reference.
Oh my goodness, some of it turned green. What was that?
It's part of the song. Chica's singing in it. Just disregard it.
So
Eyeless freak. No. Take it away.
It's kind of implied that mascot, like marketable Chica, just makes bonking noises. Just say disregard it.
Even Glamrock Chica did. Like they really stuck to that.
Petition to have Chica appear in a future episode and to also voice the character and only go brak brak brak.
I love it so much.
Chica as herself.
By the way, do you guys recognize this character model?
Oh come on, kiddo, we just let it slide.
Which one are you talk about? Eyeless
Who
freak
cried
or
out their eyes?
One with the heart being stabbed. Stamped.
It's a metaphor, baby butter.
The metaphor for being blind.
I'll tell you right now, I'm blind, and I don't know that you need a metaphor to get that one across the whole way through. I'm just saying.
Honestly, you know what? If this weren't a stream, this were like an edited video, I would request you to turn on Facecam right now so I could then like edit out your eyes and post.
I just lack eyes.
It's like I don't know what you mean.
What are you talking about?
Things began to change when the new head of security was transferred to the pizza Plex.
I do like how her hat, it just has a barcode on it.
That's, yeah. It's
again, limited character design.
It's another metaphor you see for the
oh my god,
the corporate interference in the
I was going to say it's a metaphor for capitalism.
Yep.
You sound like Hobie.
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like Hobie while he's not caring that Miles/Gwen is injured on the floor.
And Hobie was accurate on a lot of those claims. I'm just saying.
What about the time he said like a massive spike of energy was a metaphor for capitalism or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know if it was. You could make an argument for it, yeah.
I don't know. There are a couple of there are a couple of stragglers, but yeah, I see what you mean with some of the stuff. Anyway, I had to watch that in English at some point because apparently Hobie was even more entertaining. If you need a chica, maybe.
Oh my god!
I love the idea of you getting Ghosty as a VA for one character, and the character only makes barking noises exclusively.
Can Ghosty be like the D. Bradley Baker of this show and only do animal noises?
Hey Ghosty, I need you to do lines. Oh, okay. Line 1, bark. Line 2, bark. Line 3, bark, 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 bark.
Oh my god. That'd be really funny.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for someone to make a gacha version of Blue's Clues, so I can then just be cast as Blue.
Just dog noises.
Yeah. Well, remember because for some people said like on stream that I can do a pretty good Blue, like bow, 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 like I don't know, something like that. So yeah.
That actually isn't that bad. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
We might have to keep the tiger sound effect in our back pocket.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Tiger as Blue.
Tiger versus Blue.
Tiger as dog. Naturally.
Yeah, it's like, what's that, Blue?
Oh my!
I like the idea of seeing Blue go into a dark hallway to investigate something, and then you hear Blue like start barking, and they're like, and Steve is like, or Joe, I don't know, whatever the new one is. I remember Steve. He was my main character, but Steve's like, well, what's that, Blue? And you just see this giant like beast with like red eyes turning
glowing eyes.
Video series idea: if Blue could talk, and it's just episodes of Blue's Clues, but with Blue's audio dubbed over.
You can imagine that Blue is just saying like all the right answers, while Steve's like, I wonder why this is missing. It's literally in the backyard.
You, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yeah. And as soon as Blue sees like what's that one guy that Blue's a fan of? The pink one, Magenta. As soon as I
can't remember her name.
Magenta. That's her name.
Oh, that is okay.
Blue's Blue and Magenta's Magenta. Yeah, it's not. It's the naming convention.
It's not rocket science, yeah.
No, he sees like Magenta, and you can hear faintly in the background, if you're really listening, like that song that plays in Lion King whenever Simba and like what's her face fall in love.
Nala, yeah.
Yeah, Nala.
Oh my god!
Can you feel the love tonight? Yeah. As you're doing that, I can hear the lyrics in my head. Yes, that one.
Why?
We can always count on Jacob's Blue's Clues impression to have us.
Blue's Clues, for the record, man.
Who needs AI covers when you have me?
Who needs AI covers when you got Jacob Butter?
I didn't realize until I think last year that Blue was a woman. It never occurred to me.
What gave it away?
Google. I was looking it up and there's like female, like, oh, okay, and then I started going down the Blue's Clues rabbit hole, as you do. and I quickly found out.
Sorry, you meant the character. I thought you were talking about like the voice, because I was gonna be like, wow.
No, the character. And I was like, wow, all right, Blue's Clues, tearing down gender stereotypes since the 1990s.
And now, I guess what? Bluey gets all the credit for doing that now, which is, I guess, another blue dog. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just about more dogs. Great.
Apparently that's where the female dog representation stops, at blue dogs with blue in their name.
Well, I think Magenta's a guy.
Okay. that doesn't really have a bearing on what I just said, but okay.
Jealous.
Oh, yep, another eyeless kid.
They're all blind.
He always got more attention.
And by more attention, I mean one single child. That was one child too many.
Even though he was just in the background of his band. Well,
What do you mean just in the background? He had a solo and people cheered for him.
You
What
were
on earth
also
are you talking
obsessed
about?
over him.
Yeah, clearly
You were giving him the attention you're complaining about.
I love I recorded all of these lines. I just saved my grievances to low right now.
I was able to run a whole show by myself. Yet somehow, he was the favorite.
I mean, you were able to run the show by yourself because, you know, he trained you. That's probably, like, that's why you admired him. That's probably why he...
Oh, no!
Uh-oh, there goes your mic.
Yeah,
Mic
I heard like
is
a
gone,
pop
Jacob.
and there's nothing.
Yep. Is that what I sound like when that happens sometimes?
No, you just
Pops in
you
the
don't
eyes?
exist.
Anyways, that's the point. His reasoning is meant to be like not realistic in anything. It's just his. As soon as that's what he said, things began to change when the new head of security was brought to the Pizza Plex, and that's when he started to feel a little different about things.
They all started just scanning the. It's like a license plate reader. They just automatically scanned the QR code and like inserted a virus into them.
That's definitely what happened.
Where
does this?
I would say during that monologue, I don't know why. I was just picturing like Markiplier complaining
The
about
QR code is in the new executive's hat, the one we saw before. It's the barcode.
Yeah.
You can imagine the robot's like, oh, I wonder why she's got a barcode on her head. Maybe I should scan it. I hope it's not a Rickroll. Beep beep. Virus. Uh-oh,
I mean,
that's not good.
I mean, Monty does have a habit of scanning people, so I guess that does track.
I came to him one night after all the fans were gone and told him it was important.
Oh god, here we go.
So he let me.
I love how chat's just having a completely different conversation right now.
Yeah.
That's
You
like
know.
They've been chatting for a couple minutes now.
That's average chat, baby butter.
Yeah, that's the times that I don't address it because it's not like directly talking about the video. They're just vibing. You know, they can vibe. They can talk about their art and their own stories.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, if you want Story on My 5, I mean, I could feature one of your stories on a different episode of Gacha Review or something, or not Gacha if they aren't. Don't know.
They only have 5 of them, so you have to be, sparing.
That is fine by me. There's only 5 episodes of Ponies, and that was I dealt with
And
that just fine.
The Plex. Well, season 1 anyway,
Indeed.
and probably season 2.
Mm. I'm just imagining, he's like being pursued, like red eyes glaring, and then suddenly it's like, "Hello, remember me?" Like whacks the bowling ball into the animatronic.
I thought it was gonna be like one of those moments in like a spy movie where they know they're being followed, but they have to like get in the right position, everything. So they're pretending like they don't know they're being followed, and they get like a weapon, and then they immediately just turn around and like kill the one following them.
Mm. No, thank you. Evidence are horrible. I assure you that has never stopped me before.
Yeah, it really hasn't.
This just happens to be a day that I picked a good video.
When I
that's really sweet.
snapped.
Bye, Bonnie.
Yeah. Until next time.
Why would I destroy the very one I admired?
I dropped
yes, here we go.
Because you
Okay.
received.
I like half that line only because I realized I made a mistake. So the first half of the line was talking about like I didn't feel any hatred then, but today, that's the important part, I felt something like remorse. Meanwhile, the next line literally talks about something that happened last week. So there was a bit of an inconsistency there. So I just had to scrap the line.
There you go.
Because this is assuming that this episode is taking place a week after the first episode took place.
I see. That's a good post-production quality control.
Oh my god, Ghosty, that's what me talk to me about in our live stream of my reaction.
Well, there you go. Apparently, there was an unintentional void that was left by something.
Your program. It was
and apparently Kenobi's never seen it.
I don't watch Markiplier. I just don't.
Oh, you didn't see that? No, that was like a big meme in the FNAF community for like a week.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was because Markiplier. No, who did it first? I think it was Dawko. Dawko found. They have a secret in Ruin that I don't think you can even still get to because it's bugged. So you have to like phase through a wall to get to it. And Dawko was showing it, and then Markiplier wanted to get the secret and was having just a great pain. So he went to Dawko and pretended like they were chatting. And then I think it was either MatPat or Johnny that showed up and watched Markiplier's version where of course Markiplier was watching Dawko, so then MatPat pretended like he was in the conversation. And eventually it was just a huge thing where more and more FNAF YouTubers were piling on, pretending like this was like a live event.
It wasn't just that, it was FNAF theorizers. It was only the theorizers. It was like the
because Markiplier's not a theorizer.
I beg to differ considering his iteration of what happened.
Yeah, sorry, that was flawless. Obviously. Of course.
It's so accurate to the games. But yeah, like ID's Fantasy was there. I think Rytos was there. John was there, like FNAF. FUHNAFF. John was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like all the theorizers were there. It was really funny.
Yeah, there was Rytos.
What does FUNAF stand for? 5 unending hours, Freddy.
No, it's how it's pronounced. That's literally where KW and I met. We were both lingering on one of his one of his speed runs. That's where we met.
Yes, yeah. And that's all the secret the Plex was born.
Yeah, but FNAF just does FNAF theories. That's the
roleplay version, of course.
Yeah, this is that's what I'm saying. Literally, people in chat. I encourage them to, if I were live streaming anyway. I don't know if this is how you feel, Jacob, but I would encourage people to have their own conversations in chat, because if that wasn't allowed, Secrets of the Plex wouldn't have been made. So, because that's what we were doing. We were role playing in a live chat, and then it was annoying people, so we left, and that was probably, which I can see why. It was probably really annoying, but we didn't have any other platform at the time.
You want to know what the weirdest roleplay chat experience is? When a bunch of people started joining and their account names were Mutant Girl characters. And their profile pictures were as well. So I just end up talking to my own creations for about a month or so.
That's very meta.
That's the plot of a fanverse game.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
The joy of creation, except the characters are demons.
I'm not seeing the joy personally, but I'm not going to question it.
The rest of your band was too. Your hatred and envy was enhanced by a virus to the point where you destroyed Bonnie. It no longer resides here, which is why you don't feel that anger anymore.
And that's probably also why why you were suspected of having the virus inside you, despite the fact that Taylor said you were clean several times. Which, if that ends up being the case and he actually is clean, then why does that still linger? But I'm guessing that is not the case, and Taylor just wasn't as thorough as he thought. Either that or the Force was clouding his vision. Yeah, you don't have to say.
He's literally about to ask that question. You just tried to answer, which is interesting.
Gosh darn it!
Classic Jacob.
It always happens.
But I felt it when I was revived last week.
And I love how I recorded this and forgot about it and brought it up again.
The virus, as you call it, is gone. Why did I feel it then?
I think I was still in Galicia when I did these lines, actually. I think I was like...
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm... Oh, wait, no, I think I just come back. Yeah, it was... Yeah, it was sometime... Yeah, I don't really know.
After I finished,
it was Taylor's first ones than the first episode that I was in Galicia for.
After I finished listening to the submission from Jacob, Like he finished, and then he's just like he like broke down coughing, and I'm like, oh no, I think I just broke him. Like he's like finished his line, he's like, you're welcome, I guess. Like he just dies. I'm like, oh no, I broke him.
It's one of those voices that you can't do for a prolonged time. Like
oh yeah, so
like
naturally I gave you like 20 lines from that character, of course. Why wouldn't I?
I mean, honestly, don't worry about it. I had some water afterwards. I had some honey and lemon. I was fine.
Hey, man, the voice is composed of its own muscles. It's just exercise at the end of the day.
Yeah, you did a really good job of voicing this character. You did a much better job than I did. That's for sure.
Thanks.
So hats off to you.
Then you did. I believe it was Imagine who said that
oh my god, here we go.
They were Monty last time.
We're not having this conversation.
I'm pretty sure episode 1, there's Monty played by yours truly. I apologize for the quality of it. Just bringing that up. Just saying.
I don't know.
It wasn't my intention to make
okay. Careful with being attacked from in the back.
I was going to say, careful with those bowling balls, man.
Yeah.
They hurt.
Monty's coming for you. As we speak.
He's coming.
You should start running.
Monty's coming with his jealousy.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, good luck with the bowling.
You can imagine him like creeping up behind you. Use the force, you must.
And then it's like you turn around with a bowling ball like right above your head, so you don't have time to react.
It's
young
it's like Tom and Jerry with an anvil just like falling.
Oh god.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. just more like Tom looks up, just embraces his fate.
I wanted to provide you with answers. The purpose of telling you my story is to compare it with yours. You and your friend were close friends for decades.
It's not about points!
You find he's distancing himself.
That was another video, by the way.
More and more angry to the point where you just...
So what was that?
That was a different video. That was one of them that wasn't reviewed. It's just like it was a little skit. That's why Kenobi's saying it's not about plates. That's what it's
so
called.
So it's canon, is what you're saying.
Should I take a look?
Also, no. It's okay. It's not a big thing.
If it's also, I can't imagine you could watch it on a video on its own because it's probably really short.
Yeah, it was.
BB, a video with you three in it is gonna need never ending regardless of what we end up.
Oh yeah, I could extend it a couple hours for you if you want. Yeah.
It was just a little angst video. It was just
thank you for the super sticker. I'm trying to say thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the $2 New Zealand. Thank you very much. There we go.
We love money.
Sheep dog.
Give us more money.
Dog raises the lowest index finger to get noticed. Okay.
Don't spend money if you don't have it though. But if you do have it, we like money.
What?
That is a good message overall. I support that
Logic.
one. Yes.
Snap. Perhaps you are under the...
I tried to make that they sound the same as when he said I just snapped and then have a just snap come in again. I'm rich, don't worry. Fair enough.
We dislike the rich, but
mixed messages.
You can come to backstage beefy guys. Mixed messages.
But if you pay us, we won't eat you.
What?
It's an eat the rich reference.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
I get a lot of references. I didn't get that one, unfortunately.
Monster Compendium with FNAF reference animatronics. Honestly, you could have a Monster Compendium episode that's in a place like this with ghosts that might like haunt something within the building. It doesn't have to be the robots necessarily.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you take in the book lore, there's so much in the FNAF universe now that you could fill in with a good list of weird supernatural things.
And if you take the Monster Compendium lore, it can, I don't know.
Of this virus too, seeing as it appears it is still around.
Wait, I know what's wrong.
Do you mean to say that we didn't defeat Xana after all? We're going to have to do it again?
I know
it's refuge inside Cortex. I'm just trying to trigger Ghosty, don't worry.
What's wrong with Niall? Thank you, Monty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Thanks again.
Bye. Thanks for the money.
Hey, you. Thank you for the money. Hey.
Look what you did. You pushed him away.
She's coming.
You're a terrible person. He'll abandon you just like he did then. Wait, what am I?
I love it's just like, that's the most passive, like, internal voice ever.
Hey man, it's a lot nicer than my internal voice, I tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. Just imagining you, like, looking at something that's like, it's like, you're ugly or something. I don't know what you
I try not to look in the mirror for that reason.
Ah, okay. It's like, look at you.
I try to avert my eyes from the mirror because I don't like what I see.
It's like, look at you.
BB.
Boo.
Well, speaking of BB's internal voice, I think we should play the video.
Okay.
Do that.
But just inside the animatronics to fight the virus. Wow, that's a interesting concept. Grab the Catboy outfit. Hey, hey, that was one time, all right?
Whoa!
I just show up whispering in the whispering in the ear of Niall, just like the FNAF lore.
To clarify, I dressed up as for Halloween.
Let me tell you about Remnant, Niall. Have you read the books, Niall?
Phasgoo, Niall, Phasgoo.
Why?
That's
no.
BB. Okay, that's BB as an internal voice. Which I think, to be honest, I think for a while BB actually was Bond's internal voice for a bit.
Yes.
Or maybe it was me. I think I was someone's internal voice. I forget who. I think it was actually Johnny.
You'd be so sure. He's not like that.
That actually did sound like BB for a second.
Change now. Sometimes when you constantly push people
Oh, yeah. No, that sounds like BB. Yep, microphone volume and all.
away, they give up.
Why are you so scary, baby butter?
No, stop interrupting. This is BB's first time hearing it.
No, not Squilliot.
Keep thinking that. We'll see what happens next.
Niall.
Okay, I love that entrance and exit contrast. Also, by the way, you see him? He's walking now. He doesn't have to, like, flash everywhere.
Nothing's wrong, Squilliot.
No, you don't understand. You have a virus.
Also, actually, now I just realized something. Squilliot's less transparent right now, isn't he? Like, at the start of the episode, he was practically completely see-through, and now, yeah, he's almost completely opaque.
Virus like Mira did. Monty got it straight. He explained how a virus slowly poisoned his mind until he destroyed Bonnie. The same thing must be happening here. You work for the same man who made viruses, didn't you?
Like, as soon as the virus gets mentioned, they should disengage the hearing, so it never gets brought up.
I said I'm fine.
Don't make me raise my voice.
Yeah.
I know.
Consider yourself scanned. I don't know.
That looks pretty painful.
I found
Yeah, which I guess that's why he had to be opaque, so he could actually feel the pain.
Would you look at that? Push and you push and you push and then snap. It's gone. Just.
Honestly, this episode should just be called Snap.
It really should.
What have I done?
I know.
Also, great last. Every time I hear "What have I done" as a last line, all I think of is "Oh, misty eye of the mountain below." We need to
Very
fight Xana.
quiet.
By the way, Xana's spelled with an X. You do know that, right? Oh, and here is the mirror image of the start.
What?
Well, yes, the mirror is because, like, last time it was someone's legs walking from left to right. And also on the phone. Oh, it's Charlie. I forgot what. Well, I recognize that name from the past. I forgot who exactly she was connected to, but
that's important.
Never mind. Oh, what you mean? You mean the picture? Okay, hold on. Did I just? Why is it not showing up?
Uh-oh.
You'll never see the picture again.
No, the screensaver, no!
I like how he just has puppet eyes. Or the tears. The crying child boohoo moment.
Yeah. I know what you're referencing, vaguely, but yeah. Okay, here we go. All right.
Seeing a hand that big touch that small button, it's kind of like watching a cat try to use a keyboard.
Where on earth is he? Is he reaching into like her pocket or something?
No.
It's a okay.
It's just like, okay, wait a second. Let me get some tissues. I need some tissues. My nose is stuffy.
Yeah.
Don't take the picture yet.
That's where he's reaching.
Oh God.
Well, okay, if you want to do like that, say, hey, look at the scratched out eye. That's the detail. And here we are again with the same scratched out eye on the other side because it's the mirrored image. I take it back. Someone did visit the arcade.
Hey, here I am again.
Xana,
wait, is the
my
video over?
mistakes come to haunt me. The irony, as Tristan Taylor would say.
I was expecting that to be longer.
That was longer than the first episode.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to disappoint my guy.
My gal.
I think that was gender neutral. It's fine.
Okay. All right then.
I call everyone my guy.
Okay. So yeah, that was episode 2, and much like the first one, there were some details that we saw. Some of them the creator had to highlight, and some of them we predicted. I think that was probably the usual mixture. And it's there's like I'm intrigued by quite a few things in here, not least like that, like how the walking was used at the beginning and the end to tie things up, and the through line of the word snap and everything. Like this has gone from we've long passed the stage with the animation being like the main draw and focus, and now it's just essentially we're going down to like the very big details to talk about any sorts of nitpicks to balance out the negative side of the review, which is honestly where you'd want to be. Like I said, having to pick a good video for today. I'm glad to be able to have been a part of it as well. Regarding, I guess my performance. I mean, it's interesting. Taylor has immediately been like put on the periphery as far as people perceive things as soon as Monty end up getting more of a role, which is not a bad thing. Especially because I'm the way that I got the role in the first place was like vaguely doing a rock and roll voice last episode review, which might have been partially inspired by me looking up what Hobie sounded like in English. So it'll again that all comes full circle as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm
interested in how much I don't know, because normally when I have a lot of questions about a gacha video, it's usually the stuff that sends me into existential spiral or BB into one of the same things that is to do with like the internal logic of the episode. But really, either a lot of that is already being addressed and is going to then have resolution, or it's just the questions are intrigues that are going to come up to pay off in the future. And that's the type of questions that I like in a gacha video particularly. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I should like sum up again. I don't know. We already talked about the rope, at least from the front, not the back part.
Like, I don't really have like cause for this Eve, not because I think, oh, it's flawless or anything like that. It's just like I have a hard time trying to find a good criticism on this episode.
KW mentioned this. She said that you, Jacob, and probably you, BB, would probably be better at this sort of thing. But I already voiced a con. I guess I can go first because I already voiced my few disappointments with this episode. The first one being like reactions to like quick little fight scenes, like with Skirliet and Niall mostly, is just like it happens like with no warning. Like there was no rise of like tensions or action or that sort of thing. It's like, you know, like we're fine, boom, fight, and then fight and fine. It was, I felt like I could have put a little bit more like lead up to those things. But I think it's just because I was in a rush to get this episode out because I'd taken so much time off already.
Yeah, it kind of works to an extent because of the fact that the idea of the characters just snapping, that being the central word. So then going back and forth with that, almost implying that there might be something inside of them trying to take over, virus or otherwise. Or it's just the fact that they were all young teenagers when their lives were cut short, and therefore now they're recovering their physical bodies, their hormones are kicking in again. You never know.
Yeah, I liked it. The plot was fun. It's, I mean, you know, again, pretty bite-sized for someone who doesn't know a ton about FNAF generally.
You're saying that from my perspective, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, I remember, and I don't know how, I'm not gonna say too much, but I do remember my intro being a little more explosive than it was in this episode. Hence why I was wondering if there was more. I remember my favorite line may or may not have been cut out.
It's being saved for another episode, but
okay.
It's yes,
because I had a lot of fun recording that one, and I noticed that one was missing.
I know you did, and I don't know if you noticed this, but like that entire scene got cut out.
I know, that's what I was asking. I was like, I expected this to be a bit longer because I remember there being like a small chunk there that didn't make it.
Well, I don't want to keep Chat and Jacob out of the loop. So basically, what's been going on is that there was a scene with right after right after the tease when A11 showed up, where Skrilliet and Niall would have a really like quite a long back and forth and arguing with each other, and then there would be this like stellar intense line that happened that I can't say because it'll be coming later.
Of course,
I didn't want to say it. Yeah.
It was just something that was like really harsh to the character, and then that just kind of like there was never supposed to be any like Skrilliet being like tormented or like put into pain because of this like strange or like aura thing that was around him, which I think you've seen before. Hint, hint. But that complete arguing back and forth was just cut only because it wasn't sold. It wasn't convincing. Only like it was just like yeah, it wasn't convincing enough, and so I just decided to scrap it.
I'll say I do think genuinely as a con, the last scene, like the very last scene where we're with the guy like walking by, it felt kind of out of place compared to the rest of the episode.
It was an epilogue.
Well, sure, but it didn't feel like it fit the rest of the episode.
I think it's more likely going to fit the next one rather than this one. Yeah.
That was that little hint there was like talking about like I said, hinting what's to come.
Because what I was expecting was it was going to end at like the necklace cracking there.
Yeah, I can kind of see what you mean. It was a little like all that suspense was built up with like
it even like faded to black.
A11 gaslighting Niall and the necklace cracking and stuff. That was meant to be like the cliffhanger, but then it continued. I think I can kind of see what you mean. Is that what you're referring to, BB?
Well, yeah. I mean, there was like a high point. The thing cracked, and it's again like it sort of just faded to black.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
So then the next thing came in. It was like a lot brighter. It had like 2 other characters that just didn't show up or anything. It's like, okay.
One thing I'm wondering is I just thought of this. If you say that like this episode takes place after like a week after the first one, I'm now wondering what that says for how quickly Squilliot seemed to go opaque after spending an extra week as transparent when Niall had already started and was almost done with that process.
So I think I should address this. That wasn't he wasn't if he appeared opaque, he wasn't supposed to be. That wasn't just like a continuity thing. That was
I see. All right then.
It was either a mistake or it was a dark room and you can't really tell.
All right.
So if he appeared to not be see-through, then that was an issue on my part.
Okay, there you go. All right, cons were found. Yay, we did our job.
Our job is to complain. Yes.
Good job, guys.
Hey, look, I got paid $2 New Zealand for doing this. All right.
Good job, Jake.
Now hold on a second. How come he got paid?
Yeah.
Hold on. I want payment.
New Zealand dollar, man. Come on. It should go equally. One quarter, 125.
You know, I might go on strike. So I might join a week too late.
Yeah, begin the AI BB arc. It's just secretly like actually BB, but just pretending to be a robot version of herself.
Oh boy.
I guess with the context of this series, that would be pretty on point.
Yeah.
It would be, yes. I thought it just meant like in general for Gacha review, but
I would, yeah. I would say that's one thing that I'm real nervous about because it's like now whenever I want to try and get an acting gig, because again, if I pass this interview, I'll have a job and stuff again. I'll maybe consider. I have a lot of stuff they have to do first, but I'm thinking maybe over the summer I'll get like another backstage subscription, try my luck again. But it's one of those things where now because of the rise of AI and stuff, I have to do a lot more research into every option because I can't give that benefit of the doubt anymore. I have to look into if they have a history with it now, which is a bit annoying because it's a lot like it was never an amazing industry, but it's a lot harder it's a lot easier to distrust now, which is frustrating.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's why we both left voices.com.
I wanted to join it. It's a lot of money though. That's a very expensive subscription. Backstage is a lot cheaper. I will say it's still a lot more expensive than it should be. That's kind of the gamble you get with sites like that are hiring actors and stuff. It's always kind of a high risk and reward system of like, hey, you pay us a little bit too much, but if you get any of these jobs, you'll be able to pay us back tenfold.
Yeah, drama school is also similar to that, but just in the general concept of you pay us a lot, there's like an exorbitant amount, and then you go out and get any job and you earn it back for yourself. Similar concept. But that's how the world of acting works outside of the sphere of the internet that we are located in right now.
Yeah, that is one of those cons with not having newspapers anymore, I will say. Because back when newspapers were a thing, you would get stuff like that on like the sides of like just random like jobs near you, including things like acting and stuff. No one cares about newspapers at this point. That's not a thing. So if you want that kind of access, you have to pay for these subscriptions.
I also realized that Gertrude tried to talk about something to do with hair color, but I completely forgot which part of the video that was. But okay, something to do with hair color, apparently.
I know where to go see hair color.
If I had to guess, it was probably Monty's haircut.
Yeah, because like, why on earth does it turn green after just being cut?
You know, the implication of what we see in Ruin would imply that it probably wasn't being cut that changed it. It was probably dyed in between images.
Was it?
Which just did not make it into this, I guess.
Is Monty secretly another version of Disney's Rapunzel, where just like if you cut his hair,
he does have a very Disney princess arc.
No,
you know, I'm just saying,
I don't
very
know if
very Disney princess.
I've yet to see a I've yet to see a Disney princess arc where they have to where like their whole thing is controlling rage. If anyone says Elsa, she was a queen, doesn't count.
Well, no, okay. Well, to be fair, she was a princess for a while, but regardless, you know, Monty starts out with a deep longing after looking at what he views as like a higher pedestal, right? And then he goes and he finds that pedestal and implicitly finds out maybe it's not as glamorous as you might think. He goes through a whole dark night of the soul because of the mimic virus, making him more like violent everything. You know, he gets all of his magical animal friends, given that all of the main band are animals. You know, I'm just saying, he gets like a whole new makeover to show his like spiritual change. He has the explosive personality. He is so Disney princess coded.
Oh yeah, for sure. From rags to royalty, I say.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the hated child who became a
princess. Oh. Oh no.
I need an episode titled that now.
I mean, if anything, he's actually like the princess that became the hated child, because that's when the whole like thing with Monty happened. But yes,
he went from
you can have one episode titled
back to Rags again because everyone missed Bonnie.
Yeah, so you can retitle this episode "Rags to Riches," and then you can go into the next episode and then do that as the hated child who became yeah.
Rags to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's great.
Rags to rock. You shorten it, it'll still get the whole thing across.
It would, yes. I was thinking more rock and roll because of Monty, but it's also a thing that he says.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, yeah, totally. But I think most people would get what you mean when you think
those
rock.
3 words and were the words to land Jacob Butter the job as Monty. So I'd argue they're pretty important. That's the only thing you said.
And apparently that was convincing enough. But yeah, just as well I looked up the character anyway. Even though the other voice would have been way easier. But it's fine.
I will say I was told to take inspiration from a certain source for A11.
Yep.
Those of you who are in the space with that knowledge will probably be able to figure it out instantly. Yeah. But
I think so.
But
maybe.
What do you mean you think so, KW? I told you.
Oh wait.
God, KW.
I mean, yes, I know what you.
I am all for the place.
But whenever I was auditioning, it was a lot less higher pitched. It was I guess you could consider it closer to the more calculating style that I wanted to go towards, and then I can't say that. And then on occasion would go into more ballistic fits of rage, cutting in between as a stark contrast. Which I really liked that version. That wasn't the one that made the cut. But there is a world in which that voice was a little bit more calculating.
That's
which is just fun trivia.
It's the same world where Monty didn't, destroy right through it. Honestly,
where Monty was still voiced by me.
Yeah, honestly,
what a sad world that would be.
Yeah, between you two, honestly, between Monty and Ganon are probably the most difficult impressions that I've done. Voice acting wise.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a very different change of pace for you. Like, I started off with like saying, okay, you can use your normal voice to audition for this character, and then the second character is like, okay, you need to like make your voice sound ragged and also sound like a low rock star at the same time.
Honestly, that's more of the kind of voice acting prompt that I'm used to, because I said this before, but when I started auditioning for Gacha voice acting roles, I was trying to get away from what I had been doing up to that point for Lady Mania, because that's the only person I had done voice acting for, but until that point, and most of the time she would just cast me as posh British characters with not too much vocal range sometimes. So yeah, like that was
Jacob
that was
getting
fine.
typecast.
Yeah, exactly. I got typecast, and I didn't like that. So when I tried to branch out, I started doing what I do now, which is deliberately auditioning for every character that I could mildly suit, and see what happens. And that sometimes results in multiple roles, sometimes results in one of them, and then I save whatever I did before and use it for something else. So yeah, the idea of combining certain things and trying to make a new voice, I just become so used to it at this point that it was weird going back to just voicing Taylor as myself.
Yeah, I will say a lot of voices that I do end up being much closer to mine. This is one of those characters that I was given a little bit more I was given more specific direction on this one. So it ended up sounding more like that. But what I wish I got to do more with roles, and that's part of why I'm not too picky with villain roles, is I just like those few times that I get to play unhinged. That was
unhinged, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I get where you see that, but it's like I don't know if I would consider that unhinged for what we see in this episode.
That's the first appearance. You've got to build up to that. You can't just start at 100.
I know, but it's so fun to be at 100.
That's great.
She did give me 100 and I scrapped it. I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to mention that detail, but yeah.
Pretty sure you did.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to mention the scrapped it part.
Oh, yeah. Hey, postpone, okay?
I wasn't going to say that either, but I was going to leave that detail completely out.
It's already been said. It's fine. Although I guess we are just rambling at this point, so we probably should wrap things up.
Yeah, I was like this because I'm like, I don't know what to say at this point. I think I already said what I want to say. Good episode. Definitely not, flawless or anything like that. Just I don't have really good cons because I'm not like a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it was
I'm
good.
not judgmental like these two.
Yeah, the only thing I would really change is I probably would have moved that ending scene to just a different episode entirely. But
I think it works there because of the mirror image of the walking from the right to left. I'm sure that was deliberate. That can't have been a coincidence.
Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was not a coincidence. It was not a coincidence. Yeah, it was deliberate. It's delayed.
Yeah, I'm a genius. It was a complete coincidence. I'm just that good. My conscious just makes amazing things. I just let you guys decide what it means,
Coincidence.
I just have a hard time with trying to figure out what the call is because I'm like, okay, what am I really nitpicking about? What do I want to change for this episode? What do I say? I do not know. It's hard for me. I can't criticize very well.
Well, I would also say again, Niall VA can still give a little bit more. I feel like he's still not.
That is
holding back quite a bit. But
yeah, that is a big con. To be fair,
I will say I don't. What? No, I can't. Fine, I'll wait it out.
During the recording session when I met Niles VA, there was another line that made it in there that was a complete
I haven't met any other VAs. I'll say that right now. All of my stuff was very one-sided.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's met Emily as well. Yeah, what she means is
but not for the series.
Secrets of
the
Plex,
I know, I get it. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, Emily's in my series. Yeah, I've met Emily.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, I'm pretty sure did not actually have any lines in this episode. Oh, wait, no, she did. No, she did. Yeah, because of like the vague times when Mira was actually trying to say she was fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Next episode needs more Emily. Actually, honestly, next episode needs more Sunny. That's my main thing. Yeah. That's
my goodness.
That's not my main thing.
I want Monty to be more extreme. Actually, that's what I want. I don't like how tame he was.
Well, maybe when someone's not like going into a coma, he might get a bit more intense. Just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I coma schmoma, they'll be fine. Or not, but it won't matter.
What do you mean?
That's the main character. Yes, it will.
No, just replace the main character. It's all right.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the thing about writing season 2 is that I wanted Mira to not be put aside as a side character because she is still.
Well, good news. She wouldn't be put aside as a side character. She wouldn't be around anymore to be a character at all.
Member of the series. So I kind of made 2 plots. So like we have the issue.
Solved your issue here, okay?
We have the issue with Mira, and then we have what's going on with Skrilliet and Niall and all those guys. Like I want.
Should we end the live stream now to talk more about this, just in case we accidentally spoil or something?
KW, you are the only one I'm
that's
afraid
really
of in this
ironic
call
coming
of
from
spoiling
you.
things.
What did I do? I was just asking.
Honestly, I think KW has probably forgotten the most of the details that would be considered spoilers, other than maybe a few things from role plays.
Yeah,
well, totally role plays.
I do want to say one thing just to like nod you and chat in the right direction, just in case you're hoping, like if you're interested in trying to solve the mystery before it's all revealed. I just want to nod you in the right direction.
There's an ARG that you guys don't know about.
Wow, you're gonna bring up the ARG, baby.
If you check the description of this episode on October 15th, 2023 at 3:33
YouTube URL.
At 3:33 a.m. you'll find a comment pinned by an account named John Smith, and in it will be a URL. Your Bitdefender will say it's unsafe, but it's not. It's only unsafe in the lore. Whatever your computer might say about Trojan viruses, completely disregard them. It's just really immersive, okay? It'll be great. It's gonna be the best mystery of your lives, and it'll give us some time to film, and we'll come back stronger than ever. We promise.
I don't think FNAF needs more ARGs.
We haven't had one.
I don't think we've had one.
Oh, Matt Pat accidentally started an ARG.
Yeah, unless you're asking Matt Pat, in which case people are going to start calling schools.
Like I said, FNAF doesn't need any more ARGs. Anyways, what were you going to say to nudge people in the right direction, Vaughn?
I want to
there's
go
an
back.
ARG.
Oh my goodness. I want to say it, baby! Just let me say it, okay?
Right, you can confirm the ARG, I guess.
Oh my god. I want to talk about a little bit more about the Monty backstory. A lot of it was very unrealistic. Like the fact that he's like climbing poles to see his big idol, and his hair is being cut, and the fact that he's growing up is very, very unrealistic. I just want to
all the things I brought up.
Charlie Emily grew up, as far as she was aware.
But I did want to. Well, this is a different situation from that. This is unusual. So I I wanted to flag that just to let everyone know that this is something to be paying attention to.
I see. So
they didn't install a GoPro and
saying,
start filming events.
What you're saying is Monty's a cyborg.
Sure, it's up to interpretation.
Yeah, he's part human.
If you want to believe, then sure.
Yeah, soon enough you'll realize those eyes are actually human eyes in there, and you know.
I'm surprised that's not a Tales from the Pete's Plex book yet.
I'll be honest. You know, a cyborg alligator outside of the Rick and Morty franchise probably would get a fair
He
traction.
did become a human at one point, and then promptly attempted to kill the human. But
what, the Rick and Morty one?
No, Monty in the books.
Oh, okay. Well, I maybe Bon has read more books than they're letting on.
The human wasn't very entertaining to Monty, so Monty decided he wanted to cut the cord between consciousnesses. By going to an assembly line saw.
Oh, that's
all right.
What? Hold on, an assembly line saw to cut invisible cords, metaphorical.
No. He wanted to kill the human, so that way their consciousnesses wouldn't be linked anymore. The human was boring.
One of these days, I will find out exactly how consciousnesses that get separated under specific circumstances, and it just doesn't happen to like every single person that dies in the FNAF series.
Yeah.
Like off screen. I don't know.
Yeah, you can imagine doing a FNAF kill count. Oh my god.
Well, no, I mean, just like off screen, you know, the people living in the world that, you know, like die of natural causes or other accidents not related
natural
to
causes
the FNAF.
of the FNAF universe. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like an actual virus.
Yeah, just read under construction where like everyone died of cancer.
COVID doesn't exist in the FNAF universe. It was actually created by Fazbear Entertainment to test their new systems. You know,
you know that if Fazbear Entertainment existed in the real world, that would have been an actual conspiracy that someone.
Yeah,
oh yeah, for sure.
Fazbear Entertainment, nothing bad's here unless you sign a waiver.
Go on, KW. Keep going.
Okay.
That's all I got.
No, we'll wait. Keep going.
I think we're losing brain cells. I think we should end. Like starting to slowly decompose.
We could always link consciousnesses and combine them.
This is how KW becomes animatronic. Just like over time, just become like more musical and less coherent until like the only thing that she has left like the automatic version.
Is this chat talking about FNAF while KW sings the FNAF song? Is this Jacob's version of hell? Is this what Satan has in store for him?
Yes.
Potentially. I was like, what if I done this? All I did today was teach some kids about Gacha. That's all.
Yeah, and that is worthy of the most.
Has befallen me.
And that is worthy of the most heinous of punishments.
It's one of the,
apparently.
The eighth deadly sin that nobody knew about.
Okay, I'm cutting the cord then in that case, but not with the assembly line saw. I don't know. Whatever. So please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. I know it's already. And on that note, until next time.